Hello, Steve Legg, Financial Planning for Life. This is a series of short videos on um, getting out, escaping from relationships. So this first one, escaping a business relationship and why you should seek advice. Depending on your structure of your business and how many owners you're interwoven with, there is a need to think clearly and objectively as to how you can get your share of the business paid to you when you leave. That leaving could be death, disablement, just moving on, or retirement. And each of those is going to have a different methodology for getting your share. Obviously, death is a pretty final one, and yet it's not always easy to get your share. I'm going to tell you a very brief story on that one. It's many years old, but the principle has not changed. A railroad company in the Wild West in the US. Two fellows set up a business and they put $1 in and valued their share of the business at $1. Many years later, that railroad company became extremely big and was worth a hell of a lot more than $1, let me tell you. And one died. They'd put in place an agreement, and the agreement said that the business share was worth $1. The widow was expecting a lot more than that. Went to court. The business owner, who was living, not a very nice person, clearly, paid $1. The court upheld him paying $1. So the message is, get your legal agreements, if you have got them in place, get them up to date. Perhaps put a formula in place rather than a fixed dollar amount. But for heaven's sake, have a written, legal, properly executed agreement in place as to what would happen in the event of death, what would happen in the event of disability, what happens in the event of retirement, and how is it all going to be funded. Pretty often this is going to be the domain of the accountant, the solicitor, and the financial planner. I'm the financial planner. I can plug in the other two as required. Not just any people, these are people who are skilled in this area, and that's important. To get just any Tom, Dick, or Jill is not going to necessarily give you the right advice. So find people who are competent and confident in their advice giving, and with whom you have a relationship or can form a relationship because there appears to be some commonality, something that gives you a reason, and it might just be intuition. Yes, I get on with this person. That is key, because more likely you're going to communicate with them. So that's the business side. To get your affairs in order as soon as you go into business with someone else. It doesn't matter who that someone else is or what your structure is. You need an agreement, or perhaps a series of agreements, to enable your share of the business to always come back to you or your estate in a fair and equitable manner, and keep the business alive if one of your colleagues leaves. There might be debt, for example, and the bank might call it when you don't have the money because your salesperson has left, or whatever it happens to be. So call Steve Legg, Financial Planning for Life. Drop me a line on LinkedIn. Just say good day, chew the fat over this issue. It may or may not lead to advice, but give me a call. See you.